I would argue that last point is probably the most important one and has the biggest impact on what your video is about. That was from last night. Needless to say, I don't need a watch to tell me that I'm exhausted right now. I'm finishing up yesterday's video just because I didn't feel like finishing it yesterday. That's one thing that I do enjoy about having like a day buffer. If I feel terrible, or if something comes up the night before, I'm not committed or married to finishing it that day. I can just finish it or export it the next day. If I'm being completely honest, most of the time the edit's done. I just have to export it, which is what I'm doing right now. Savannah's gone for a week, which is fine. Aside from missing her, that's totally doable. But if I'm being completely honest, the only thing that I'm worrying about is to not let the apartment get into a level of disarray that's gonna take me all day to clean. So because of that, I'm trying to commit the mornings to picking some stuff up and just to keep a handle on like all of this stuff. There's so much stuff around though. Whenever you're going to shoot something, there's always considerations you have to take into place. What camera am I going to shoot it on? What microphone am I going to use? What color profile am I going to use? And what lens or what focal length am I going to use? I would argue that last point is probably the most important one and has the biggest impact on what your video is about and what emotion will be conveyed. It's like warm and muggy outside today, and it's supposed to rain pretty much all day long. It's one of those days where you look outside and it doesn't look like it feels that all. Look at this. Like, to me, that feels like it's about to snow. It's cold, but I'm out here in shorts and a t-shirt and I'm sweating. In yesterday's video, I had a coffee montage or a coffee time lapse with the coffee being made, and it was pretty much virtually the same kind of shot that I got in this video that you just saw. The only difference was the focal length that it was caught on. The one today was caught on this big 12mm, and the one yesterday was caught on the 24 zoom like this. And to me, I think that had more, the 12mm had a more intimate and more cinematic look, versus the 12mm just, it looks like you're in the room with me. Neither one's better than the other, they're just completely different. Also, the car next to you is this blue Porsche. Very nice. I'm not really a Porsche guy, but that color is really... Breakfast. That's one thing that I've been really trying to do, especially with shots that I get frequently, to make them feel less stale and to kind of put a new creative spin on them. I'll just, if I feel like I've got a shot a million times of like the coffee cup or something like that, at 12mm, then I'll just push it into 24 or 20 or something along those lines to give me a different look. If you don't have like a zoom lens, like something like this, that's totally fine. If you have an iPhone, most iPhones have multiple lenses, you can try it with that too. I do that all the time with this. If I feel like something just doesn't look as good in the wide angle, then I'll bump it to the 24 or even the zoom lens to give me different perspectives and different angles on the same subject. It's an incredible tool that I use all the time with any video that I make, both my stuff and professionally for other things too. Look at this. I've never seen this before. Look at what's on this mailbox. I put a master lock, a lock on the I mean, that makes sense, but I've never seen anybody do that. What happens if they take the mailbox with them? They originally... I was supposed to do an easy run today, but considering I didn't go, I'm walking my run again, and I didn't feel like taking my big camera, so what I did was I ended up taking just this little camera. So pretty much every shot that you see from now till me getting it is going to be with this camera. I'm not really sure what this. I've actually never been down here. It's like a little. It's a little amphitheater. It's currently 6:15, and that's it for today's video. I wanted to kind of address some of the short videos that I've been posting lately. Normally I try to shoot for around like an 8-minute video, but recently they've been below that. Like I try to at least get 5 minutes, even then sometimes I don't. One of the unfortunate side effects of me like not sleeping throughout the night and getting really terrible sleep is I take naps during the day, and that kind of eats away and eats into time that I would be dedicating to this. So between that and just being like completely just not having any energy because while I'm awake, that's why I'm sorry that they're so short. It's just hopefully tomorrow. I'm supposed to run like 14 miles tomorrow. We'll see if that happens. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, it's the next morning. I slept great, but it's raining, so I don't know if I'm gonna run outside. Come on.